gentlemen, sinners, saints, put your drinks down for half a second. Light whatever you brought with you. Cigars, smokes, joints, coffee, whiskey. I don't judge. You didn't come here for fairy tales. You came for truth, steel, and motor oil. This ain't clickbait. This ain't influencer nonsense. This is real biker news told by a man who's lived it, seen it, and survived it. From the streets to the clubhouse, from the old guard to the new blood.
All we wanted to do was
welcome to Biker News Canada. And the man behind the curtain, the voice they don't want quiet, the pen that wrote Playpen, the mind that never shut off, Bob Jarvie. So sit back. Let the truth hit harder than a straight pipe at midnight. And remember, once you hear it here, you can't unhear it. Now here's Bob.
Everyone out there today, Bob's back. I hope I didn't talk over the intro. I don't know if I saw that my mic was muted or not, but I like the new intro. It turned out really, really cool. So thank you. It kind of turned into a collaborative effort, and it worked out well. Nomadic Pirate helped with that, and also Rob helped with that. So thank you guys. Yeah, Nomadic Pirate. Let's turn it off in the background now. All right, so let's see what we got going on. It's Wednesday night. Bob's back. Sorry about last night. I had another one of those long days at work. It's kind of bullshit, but it's all good, man. It's all good. My birthday today. Another time around the sun. I made it. Woo! Don't know how, but I did. Don't forget, if you haven't got it yet, go on Amazon. Type One Night at the Playpen into the Amazon search bar, and this book will pop up. I wrote the book. The names of the clubs and the people have been changed for obvious reasons, but the story is the story. It's my story about my time in one of the biggest clubs in the world, and it's a pretty wicked story. So grab it or contact me on any social media, direct message, and I'll sort you out with the signed edition, and I'll send it right to your door. I got one going out this week. Already $30 for the book. If you throw another $10, I'll throw in one of these cool patches. I got to go pick up the bag of patches out of storage, but I will throw them in. And if I don't throw it in, I'll get it to you. Okay, that's my shameful plug of the day. And we got a good chat going on here already, man. We're kicking it. Thank you, guys. We got No Grow in the house. Good to see you tonight, brother. And we got Travis in the house. How are you, bro? Nomadic Pirate, thank you so much for doing that video. And like I say, collaborative effort, we got it up there, man. It looks fucking awesome. Thank you. And we got Rob. Hey, Rob, how are you? Shadow, it's Shadow. How are you, bro? Good to see you, my friend. We got Gary in the house tonight. Good to see you, my brother. Vegan in the house. Good to see you too. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. I comment to make you angry. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I like that intro. That's the one we're gonna go with for the next while, man. I dig it. And Ricky, you're back home. Good for you, man. Good to hear, brother. Awesome. Thanks for the updates, bro. I appreciate that a lot. Let us know where you're doing, man. Good to see you guys. And yeah, I like that one, man. I really like that intro. JMC Randy, good to see you tonight, brother. Thanks for popping in this evening. And happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I got to wait a few more years before I can write the next stretch of my life. As I don't know who's still active and who isn't. so I'm not making any mistakes. But anyways, thanks, Rick. Yeah, make sure you grab that book, guys. It's a fun one. Thank you, Shadow. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much, Megan. And thank you, JCM Randy and Lulu. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate that. Thank you for the birthday wish. Kurt, good to see you tonight, brother. Always a pleasure. Hope you're good up there. Scotia Maid, good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. Thank you, Edge. Thanks for popping in the show tonight, my man. Oh, yeah, Travis or Travy. Okay, I can call you Travis. That's more easier. And we got Brian Biggs in the house. Good to see you tonight, brother. Thanks for popping in, my friend. Thanks, Nomadic. I appreciate that. Thanks for that, Infamous Ghost. I appreciate you. Thanks, Kurt. I appreciate you too. All right, we got lots of people down here on the TikTok side. Cindy Biker. We got Ed Stalker. We got a bunch of people. Will. And if you guys comment in the TikTok, I will engage you as as we go through the show. You know what I mean? I read the comments off both things. It might take me a minute to get to it, but I'll find you. All right. Make sure you hit like down there on TikTok also, everybody. Hey, thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. The birthday wishes. And Josh, thanks for popping in. No, I haven't heard about Mountain Woman yet. I hope she's fine. Let's everyone keep rooting for Mountain Woman getting on out of there. Bummer. Hope she's okay, man. Like that video much better. Yeah, I like that one. Exactly. Yeah, Pirate did a good job on that one. Very much. West Coast Cali to East Coast Canada. Shit's going sideways. This is a mad world. Fucking right. You called it, Bob. Yeah, I know. Well, I did. Want to watch it? Should we watch it? So, the last show I did, I said there's going to be another response video from our man Bishop, because we know that nobody just lets things be no more. That's not a thing. It's just not a thing anymore. Kind of cracks me up. Nope, there it is. Last message to the failing choice. And the choice is all caps. And here we go with our man Bishop. Again, I'm not putting Bishop down. It's just I knew there'd be a response.
$50 a head. All right, you want to get into
it? Here we go. Here we go.
I'm getting pulled in this fucking childish bird games. Anybody stealing no money out here but you with your $50 a head shit. Each member across the road sends you $50 a head. All right, you want to get into it, talk about thieves? Think about that, bud. Going into your $1,000 buy-ins. You get mad because I didn't charge the guys down here. So you're saying I owe money. I didn't charge the East Coast the $1,000 or $500 buy-in that you want. All right, you want to get into it? You're saying I begged to come back there? I wouldn't come back if I was fucking dead. You hear me? My body wouldn't even end up there. It would reject you guys. All right, so fuck you. You pissed me off on that one. So yeah, I'm singing your fucking bitch ass, bird, chirp level. Now fuck off. Go enjoy your life. All right, that's what I'm telling you. Go enjoy your life. I ain't that mad at you. No, go enjoy your fucking life. Build your dream team that you so-called got with little Dougie over there in Newfoundland, who you're ready to put out as a fucking nomad, but now he's your bestest friend in the whole wide world because you can use him, right? Fuck right off, all right? Worry about what screeches you're fucking over there. TikTok. Know your surroundings before you call people solid, all right? You have no fucking clue when you're around. Have a great day. That's my last video for these fucking birds. Chirp on, birds.
So that was Bishop's last video, according to Bishop. Again, I'm not putting the guy down. These guys are going to do what they're going to do. But it's kind of news, so we're going to put it. So remember, it went from I wasn't that happy to I got no problem to we're buddies again to we're not going to hang out together, so we're not that big of buddies. And now it's fuck off, go fuck yourself, which is pretty much the direction it was headed. And yeah, so he called some names. He talked about some money and club dues and thank you, Josh. I appreciate the birthday wishes, brother. I appreciate that. Go pick up the bike tomorrow, Barnett Clutch. Good on you. the rubber diagram in the rear hub. I didn't know they had little rubber diaphragms back there. Crazy. A couple $1,000 bills. Geez, they got you coming and going in the Harley shop, don't they? Crazy, crazy. Yeah, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? It was childish and it was stupid. I agree with all three of you cats. Oh, yeah. But like I say, we called it a Monday, didn't we? That's why I made the bird as the word comment. Yep, he's calling them chirpers now. Lonnie, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for popping in, my man. And hey, Lonnie, I can't wait to go riding with you this summer, bro. I'll be back on too. Isn't the buying for the patch? Well, it made it sound like it was $1,000 for a patch, didn't it? Hey, and he's in the house. No, where does your work? Hey, Gonzo, good to see you out of BC. Well, a few people out of BC. I love that. I'm the founder of the Car Part 2 Infamous MC. Hey, good to meet you, bro. That's awesome. So they have a car part and an RC and all that too. If you guys want at any level or any one of the clubs you want to come on up and do an interview, let me know. Let me know it in Facebook Messenger and we'll get up Thursday nights at 8 p.m. It'll be fun. Bad ones, but we won't talk shit about other clubs. We'll talk about what your club's doing. You know what I mean? So just so you know what I mean? I don't want to have one crew on here talk shit about another crew, then have another crew come back and talk shit about that crew. I'm showing the videos because to me they're entertainment. But, at the end of the day, a lot of these comments, it's like, geez, you shouldn't have, I don't know, whatever, right? So bad when someone leaves and knows how your programming plans work too. Exactly. Hey, thank you, Jim Makwa. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you. And thanks for popping in tonight. Call me Schultz. I see nothing. Exactly, bro. I guess it's bros off now. Exactly. First they're bros and they're not bros. My God. So they're not going to kiss and make up. It doesn't look like it, Gary. I still got my money on. The Los Bravos are making the news again. Are making the Scott Bernstein news again. So, and we saw when Harley went out to Manitoba to get some chapters, he ended up hanging out with the Los Bravos guys and declaring that their clubs were going to be friends. So my head tells me, because the Los Bravos guys are ex-81 as well. So my head tells me that he thought he was getting the Los Bravos guys, and he thought down east he was getting Bishop and his guys, and now they're saying no for their own reasons. Now the Los Bravos guys haven't come up with any shit videos about anything. They just said, "Hey, we're friends, we coexist, and that's cool." I think they'll come spring. We're going to find all three of them groups getting back together. Because if you get all three of them groups back together, you got coast-to-coast coverage. It's not a bad thing. Weed out the guys. Weed out the guys that... If you got one guy who's stopping 50 guys coming, get rid of the one guy. Why would you stop 50 solid good people coming for one guy? You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense. Hey, Craig, good to see you. Craig Russell in the house tonight. Just a follow-up on the Outlaws World website. They show 2 chapters in Newfoundland, Bishop Falls and Grand Falls, Windsor, right on. And I spoke to somebody recently. And apparently one of the Outlaw chapters is one that turned into that new club I was talking about that I thought was an Angel Support Club, because when their videos first came out, they all had 81 support patches on their cuts. And apparently that's where they came from. So, Joker Smoker in the house. Good to see you tonight, bro. Thanks for the birthday wishes, brother. Yeah, it is. It's funny, isn't it? It's just like high school drama. Got to wait till the next day when everyone gets to school to see what happens next. Because I didn't even look to see if Harley's got a response video to that response video. But we will. May as well have a look. We're here. Grant Harrison's in the house. Good to see you tonight. How are you, brother? How's our friend Bo? Is he okay? Interview would be dope. Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. Because at the end of the day, I still want to know about these clubs and what they have planned and if they got some big cool bike rally coming up this summer or something like that. That's the stuff we're getting closer. And then in fact, why don't you reach out to Goody? What Goody, bro? The only Goody I know used to be here, and he's not here anymore, unfortunately. I think we laid him rest a couple years ago. Did I forget to say hi to Bruce Inch? If I did, brother, I apologize. I clicked on you. I don't know if I said hi to you. But thanks for joining me, Bruce. Always a pleasure, my friend. What we got? For $20, there's 2 passes. You sent from work, mafioso. Good to see you tonight, bro. Thanks for the birthday wishes, man. I appreciate it, man. Bravo's been back going for months. Yeah, exactly, right? And then, like I say, so when Harley went out to patch in his Manitoba crew, he did a video hanging out with the guys from the Bravos. So, I mean, I'll be down for an interview, even though my club is just starting. Well, let me know. Run it up the table if you feel that's proper. You know what I mean? And let me know, bro. We'll set it up. Just your basic stuff, like what got you guys going, what got the club going, and like you say, what kind of plans you got and all that stuff. Thank you for that, Bruce. I appreciate it, brother. The only one spoiled apple. Exactly, man. I don't understand why it goes like that in clubs sometimes. It's sometimes they make a line in the stand and that's it. No response yet, H? Oh, well. There will be. Yeah, well, Bishop did say that was his last video. Gangster report sees on like the other Canadian crime reporters. What's this thing doing? Why are we restricting me? I don't care. Restrict me if you want, TikTok. He is on to that. Like, yeah, I know. He makes it sound like he's got all this info. I still think he's making stories up. Like the Los Bravos thing coming back into being like Travis said, that's old news. We talked about that ages ago, and it really didn't surprise me for some reason. So I thought riding season was here. We're not over the hump. No, fuck, man. It's freezing in Ontario again, bro. Wasn't he off in Grand Bend? No, bro. He was out in Eastern Ontario around Kingston for a while. But yeah. At least he did everything on his terms, and he died in his own sleep in his own bed. So good on him. Not hooked to machines, not full of cancer, nothing like that. He was such a good man. But was bedridden. Fucking bummer. Okay, good. He's going to get better. Good to hear, Grant. Well, we got a lot of people. Hey, we got our friend Mountain Woman from the chat, and Bo, and Ricky from the chat is getting his. Well, he's got his new lungs in now, but that's a big process. We got a few people. Let's everybody stay healthy if we can. We'll do a riding season. Like, see the Banditos come back. Yeah, for what it's worth, they may as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, one more year, Bruce. Fucking one more year. Wild card. Good to see you tonight, brother. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate the birthday wish. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, man. He was a good fucking man. Very good man. Bishop and Harley's battle reminds me of these 2 gangsters in Vancouver who used the media to bitch with each other. They're both dead now. Exactly. That's the sad part about how these things end. And we got TRC 275 popped in. Thank you for dropping in this evening. Coming in from Lake St. Martin First Nation, man, up in Manitoba. Oh, it's going to warm up this weekend, Craig? Oh, in Virginia. Not here yet. Not here yet, man. All right. Did you know any of the old Golden Hawks? No, I didn't. I had no, was Don Parker one of the ones before he was Choice? Was he in the Golden Hawks? I can't remember now. And I was trying to get the old original Red Devils up for an interview. No, wait, the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks from Hamilton. I've been talking to them a little bit because I do like the historical clubs. I really do. Thank you, Ecro. I appreciate that. Thanks for the birthday wish, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, Clayton. I appreciate. Harley isn't trying to bring back the 60s. He's trying to bring back the early 2000s. Yeah, but fuck, the early 2000s. That was quite a time. That was, wasn't it? But yeah, I see what you're saying. With the red and white wave into Ontario and the way that worked out. And it worked out for him. But see, here we are 26 years later, and there's far less, I think, than what they originally came in with. Because, again, that's what happens when you patch in en masse. Afterwards, you got to go through and see who really fits in and who really kind of doesn't, you know? Clayton, South Okanagan, thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate you. Awesome, man. So, yeah, we got, so there's another story that's been bugging me lately, going around the biker scene. His response to video less than 24 hours from them sitting in the kitchen. Yeah, I know, right? It really was. It didn't last long, man. Because you know how that is. Those guys are pretty close together, I think. Personality wise, they're gonna bang heads, I think. IDMC 1%er, thank you for the birthday wish. I appreciate it, brother. So the other story, and this one's a shit story. It's bugging me a lot. I don't know if you guys are up on it. If you've been watching, I watch the other biker news channels, etc. Right? It's kind of what we do. There's all this talk about bikers and children and the one club. They said a member of the one club that's a big club in Florida, and I'm not going to name the club again because they were named on some other biker news channels, only to find out that the guy was an ex-member when he was charged. Now, whether that means he was an ex-member when whatever happened allegedly happened, or if it even happened, but it's got, but it's been put out there, right? And so somebody from a club in Florida, their name came up on the Epstein files, which makes you sick. And Bishop said himself, I never wanted to be president because I'm too impulsive. We'll put members in trouble. Exactly. You got that right. Know which one. He did say it himself. And we got Swamp Boy. Thanks for the birthday wish, brother. No, don't say that. No one is bringing back the early 2000s. Exactly. He does look serious, doesn't he, Craig? He doesn't look like the kind of guy you want too pissed off at you. It's going fine. Got the 3 bikes plated. Good for you, bro. HA got in with money and politics. Certainly did. Getting old sucks. It does, Scrap Iron. Thanks for popping in, brother. I appreciate you, bro. So then after that one, we got tripped it all out with the Breeze. Those guys are funny. I don't really watch them that much. I probably should, but I just their timing and all that stuff. Don't worry about getting older. You'll still do stupid shit, just slower. Thanks, Gary. That sounds better. Yeah, and then the Easy Riders mag. Right after that story about the guy from the club in Florida, then the Easy Riders mag put out some fantasy fiction fucking thing. And it's down the same fucking vein of a young girl. It's like, what are these guys doing, right? This ain't 1964 no more. You run off with your 12-year-old cousin. It's 2026. You can't be fucking around like that. You can't be thinking. And anyways, that's the problem with being a father of a daughter. You can't find anything like that ever acceptable. And why would you? It makes me want to fucking get on crazy, But anyways, so we had the Easy Rider thing. We had that guy in that club in Florida. Last year in the winter, we had a riding club that is specifically, their purpose is to help children when they're in those kind of situations. The president of the Buffalo chapter of that club was found with some sort of disgusting movies on his hard drive, or touching a kid, something, right? Something, man. It's like, no, the bikers were the last. We were the last bastion. We were the last of the last that said, no matter what, if your kid's fucking in trouble, go find a biker. He'll help you. That was always the thing. So, again, we can't let a few fucked individuals fuck up all the bikers' names. I think this summer, though, there should be some rides out there and some shit, and try to do something for these kids who are caught up in this sort of whatever the fuck this is, trafficking or whatever the hell they call these things. You know what I mean? Maybe get some awareness, maybe help raise some money. You know what I mean? It's good to hear I'm across the pond on Vancouver Island. It's riding season. Bugger, eh? Probably will be for Easy Rider stock's probably cheap. It's got to be. They've been told to stay out of the big events and stuff, I think, too. Those Vegas fights don't really know what they're talking about when it comes to Canada. No, they just scan around on Facebook and make up some assumption. You know what I mean? Easy Riders died years ago. It kind of did. What was it? What's the name of that their online version? Biker Net or something like that? Yes, not even Marciano's Vegas Nose Club share here. Probably can't point out BC on the map. Exactly. Just got TikTok following you there. Thank you. Know which one. I appreciate it, bro. Fucking awesome. Yeah, we got Forever Two Wheels 88. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for joining us tonight, bro. Always feel welcome. Anytime you see us live, drop on in. Hey, Bob, have you had a chance to watch the short film called American MC? No, I haven't. Can I find it on YouTube? It's kind of like riding season. My buddy rode to work today, but it was zero. Oh, fuck no. It wasn't no zero in Southern Ontario. It was cold as balls. I didn't like it at all, bro. But yeah, so, we got the Guardians of the Children Riding Club down here. They do lots of stuff. We got Bikers Against Bullying and Bikers Against Child Abuse and all those good clubs. So I think if I can, I'll promote them a little bit harder this year and see if we can get their poker runs or whatever events they're doing, some big attendance this year. Got Pocono Ken in the room. Good to see you, Pocono. Fucking awesome. Harley has a response to Bishop saying what he said on his page. It's a written response at the very bottom. Well, I got to go watch now, bro. Thanks for bringing that out, Ryan. Thanks for popping in tonight. Also, bro, I appreciate you. Maybe somebody can read that to me for a bedtime story. Fuck yeah, we're looking for it. I just got to click on he's already in my search on Facebook. Okay. Uh-oh. Just time they figured it out. Unbelievable. Wow. Is it that one? What the fuck is this one? Okay, let's go down to the next one. Winners. Well, okay, that's for his things. Posting again. What's this one about? These are the only legitimate social media accounts. Okay. Big Moss. 375 stickers. Oh, he's raffling the trike right now. All these fly-by-nights you can watch by the sidelines. Yeah. Some hoodies. And then that was the birthday one I showed Monday. Is it the top one, bro? Is it this one? Well, let's check it out. See what it says in here. Is this a Or is this all? Oh, this is all it is. The Crown prosecutors requesting 5.5 years for transplant of stabbed 70-year-old children. Saying he sends to Freedom Convoy. But, okay, so that wasn't it. Oh well, I can't find it. Bummer. 11 minutes behind. Are you off, Craig Russo? Good to see you tonight, bro. Boko, that's the name for a pork equivalent lower really. Oh yeah, it is kind of, isn't it? What else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, Bike Week's coming up. Oh yeah, we were talking about the crazy shit, but I think the Easy Rider magazine thing that'll be the end of that magazine. And Bike Week's starting up this weekend. I don't know how many people from Canada are planning on going down, but there'll still be a shitload. And you know what? If you can pull it off financially, I suggest go. I thought it was a fucking brilliant time, personally. Hey, Mouth of the South, thanks for popping in tonight, brother. Good to see you, man. So it starts this weekend, I think. What do we got? We got the Budweiser webpage up. Woo, snazzy. Man, they make a lot of money during that week, man. You got guys trailing their bikes down from Canada. A few guys I know did that. I went down one year with the brothers from Detroit. Fucking the only time I ever made it down there, man, when I was sold out to cross the border. They pulled me into the little booth and they asked me where I was going, and I lied. And then he took my wallet, and I had every clubhouse listed down the I-75 and their phone number. He goes, looks to me like you're going to Daytona. I said, yeah, okay, you're right. I said, well, are you going to stop me? He said, no, go on. And that was it. So it starts, tomorrow, yeah? No, Friday, of course, Friday. So it starts Friday. It's our 85th anniversary. I did a post today about a young lady who's in the Daytona 200 motorcycle race. And I think she's the youngest rider to qualify. So that'll be interesting. See how she does. Wish her well. Oh, there we go. We got little event calendars. See, I went down and we had a clubhouse there, so I have no fucking idea what was going on during Bike Week. Walked up and down Main Street a few times, but honestly, I spent most of my time at the clubhouse because most of them dudes I'd never met before. I was just in heaven meeting all them brothers from all over the States. It was so much fun. Oh yeah, swap meets, stunt shows, American Thunder, Full Throttle Bike Week, Kickoff Bike Show, an Owner's Ride, Blessing of the Bikes, Ladies Ride, a Beachside Bike Show. That sounds like a good time, actually. All that stuff sounds good. How come it's not showing that tab for you? There you go. Yeah, lots of bike shows, couple concerts, old school bike rodeos, all the good stuff. Military Appreciation Day, Boss Hog V8 Parade. Those bikes always made me laugh. Those V8 motorcycles. Like, what a silly idea. Miss Burning Bike Bikini Contest. Don't burn your bike. Jeez, take it and get it fixed. It'll be fine. Who Wants Smoke Audio Grunge 3-Wheeled Edition. Another bike run, another concert. Oh, Jackal. Remember Jackal? Some song about, something about I'm a Chainsaw Baby or something. Remember that song? Wasn't that Jackal? Yeah, they got lots of shit. Slingshot Owner's Ride. Oh, dude. Boo. Rat's Old Bike Show. Lots of stuff going on down there. Harley Owners Group member check-in. And then, you know, the whole part that cracked me up the most was, you know, Sunday, everyone starts packing down, getting their shit ready and packing up their, however they're getting home, their bikes or their vehicles or whatever the fuck. Then by Monday, we were still there because, again, we weren't staying in the hotels. And the cops seen us on the strip and basically told us, get on the fuck out of Daytona because March break's coming. And we don't want you dirty old bikers hanging around when the kids start getting here, man. The fuckers. So, yeah, they kicked us out of town, more or less. And see, I'm not even consuming substances yet, unless they mean my cigarette. They might mean my cigarette. But isn't BC a suburb of Alaska? Never. If they would let me across the border, I'd be there. Fuck yeah. Give Bob a thumbs up. The show is growing fast. Time to expand to Rumble. Yeah, maybe, eh? I could probably shoot this over to Rumble at the same time. Learn something new. Now somebody else going to mess with them. Say yes. Well, Easy Riders died for the second time. I bet you. I think that'll be the end of them. That story and the hubbub it got. I think that'll be the end of Easy Rider. Because I know a lot of the bike shows and the big events in the States, you'd still see big Easy Rider billboards and stuff. It's funny how London Patchover is what started the HAOL war in the U.S. Yeah, that started a lot of stuff, bro. It went with Dave Mann. Yeah, you could say that. I think so. I'd have to ride through 6 mountain states before I got to warm weather. Whew. Yeah, you might have to wait till fucking August for that, Ken. Fucking right, barge down to Seattle. There you go. On Alaska Merrill Lines. That'd be fun, eh? Bishop made the choice. He made his choice. He certainly did. I still think they're going to be back. Remember Florida's tourist slogan, go to Florida on vacation, come home on probation. I haven't read Easy Rider in years. No, me either. I'll be honest with you. I haven't even looked it up on see if they got a web page or any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's but what a stupid fucking thing to put in their magazine. You know, I was gonna say at this time and age, but you know what I mean? At any fucking time and age, putting that shit on. Thank you. You know which one? I appreciate that. Need more bikers in the film industry. Yeah. And you know what? When they do a show about bikers, they should hire more bikers. What they have? 3 guys from a motorcycle club and the whole cast of Sons of Anarchy? All those parts? Even background guys, you know what I mean? There's lots of room that they could have. I wanted to do that when I lived in Toronto. Go to an agency and say, you know, if they're filming any biker films around here, let me know, right? Tansy is from Papa's Chase First Nation, Alberta. Good to meet you. Thanks for coming in. And we got Steven coming in from Cape Breton. Thanks for dropping in, guys. I appreciate you guys. Awesome. TikTok's getting a lot busier. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah. But yeah, well, I heard Hollywood call what their online magazine's called. I thought he said bikernet.com, or is that what his show's called? But anyways, I think it's going to affect both of their, whatever Easy Riders got going on. Their online presence, and if they even still printed magazines, I don't know. Craig, your bike looks like my brother-in-law's. He's in Spain, partying when he's 70. That's the way to go. Fuck yeah. Lots of bikers, ACR. I'd rather read Penthouse. My sister will be back in a couple of days. Back to the fucking snow. The real truth, did you hear about a group of bikers attacking another person from a different club in Virginia? Might be racial, Black Dragon. Yeah, I seen that video on Dragons. That's all I saw. Back in the 70s, Easy Rider was banned in Ontario. Really, eh? That's interesting to know. But they did have boobies once in a while, didn't they? Once in a while they show a movie. Heaven forbid. Ontario's the most fucking, how do you say it, strict, straight line. Like, I really didn't think they were going to ever let us legally smoke bud in Ontario. I never saw that coming. It took until this year to be able to buy a beer in a corner store in Ontario. This year, last year, whatever it's been, a few years ago, took till Doug Ford. You know, like a beer had to be only could be bought at a sanctioned government joint with licensing and fucking standards for their employees to serve you a drink and tests and all that. Like, give it a fucking break. You go to fucking Portugal at 3 a.m, you go buy a sandwich out of Bifana fucking mobile place, and the guy pours you a beer. They got beer in the fucking McDonald's in Portugal. So it was at a bar. They pulled his patch. Yeah, it must have been his own club pulling his patch, because nobody fought back or nothing like that. And it had to have been his own club pulling his patch. I'm just surprised it was done in public. And we all know if you're in a nightclub, you're on camera. And it looked weird because the other guys that actually pulled it had their faces covered and didn't have any markings on their clothing. Lots of bikers are buying Backstreet Heroes VHS from England. They have a real builds made in garages and hobbyists, everyday people, and the builds are real well done. That's interesting. I saw that magazine when I was in Britain. I don't care what anyone says. Legal in Canada is now a great thing. Yep, I won't even grow anymore. I like maybe a couple days before. Yeah, exactly. Don't have to anymore. And it's fucking labor intensive to grow this shit. $35 ounces are pretty good, exactly. Weed $10 gram of distillate in a carton, exactly, right? I had one of our friends from the show, Joe, and he sent me down a couple care packs. This is one right here from what he sent me. Fucking couldn't thank him enough. Like you say, I don't even have to grow it. I don't have to know the guy who's a good grower. I don't have to know nothing. Ricky Park, good to see you tonight, brother. Thanks for popping in, my friend. Another point about the weed thing I forgot. That's the only thing, eh? No can get decent for 15 an ounce in Michigan. That's crazy, eh? 15 an ounce. And like I say, when you know how labor intensive it is to grow a big batch of this shit, you know, I did a 6,000 plant project one time, man. It was just nonstop fucking work. Trim, cut them down, oh my God. Feed them, fucking this, that, and the next thing. Check the newts, check the thing, add some of this, take away some of that. It's a fucking drag. I got some Michigan fans. That's a good state. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if any of you guys end up getting down to Bike Week in Daytona. Let us all know up here or sending us some stuff. It'll be a good laugh. And yeah, you know, we may as well check it out, see how it's going on down there through the week. Hopefully there's not another gas station shootout. Like, it is kind of crazy, the shit that they're getting up to, like gas station shootouts with fucking so-and-so and this and that and fucking, you know, and then they wonder why all the 1%ers, you know, all them poor Mongols ended up on charges over that shit. So I don't know what the whole point of all that shit was, right? I used to farm. Yeah, man, it is farming. It's a ton of work, isn't it? Tons and tons of work. Very labor intensive, dusk to dawn. Yep, absolutely. Fucking right. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate that, man. Oh, now I got another violation warning. Wah. They just doubled the tax. That's the only thing. They're always going to tax the shit out of it. Didn't Daytona make a law against cuts? Well, the whole state of Florida is trying to ban back patches. And if you know, if Florida bans them and Quebec's trying to ban them, and blah, blah, blah. They start joining up from state to state, province to province, country to country. And all of a sudden, you're a bad guy for having a back patch. No matter whether if you're in an RC, an LEMC, an MC, a 1% MC, like do they know that there's all these different variations? Or do they just know that a patch is a patch? That's going to be the thing. State of Florida police paying special attention to biker clubs, a lot of biker. Well, yeah, probably. Maybe in one club. Thank you, Gonzo. Like you said, hit that like button, all you guys. Growing therapeutic and rewarding. If you're only growing your own little batch and you got like one of those nice little tent setups or something, I did a 3 light batch in the basement of a place and almost got 4 out of it, dried and cut and trimmed. So you know what I mean? Because you can put more effort in it. You can spend more time on each baby and you can treat them like babies. And you go down there and you talk to them. I think they had the Vags in with the Terry Fox story when it was filmed in Toronto. That's interesting, Anthony. That's very interesting. Hey, Christian, you know it. You know it. You always got to pass. But the TikTok doesn't like me to pop up on the camera. So I say to that, nothing. Pass. There's a winning on you. Yeah. All right. The plants love the rock and roll. That's what I used to do. When I had that little one I was telling you about, I go down there, I hit the radio, I bring 1 or 2 rolled, I bring them all out, one at a time, position them under the cone of how the light's going to reach. The short ones inside. Was it inside? Yeah, short ones inside, tall ones outside. So they got tons and tons of attention. You know what I mean? As soon as you get a new little leaf that isn't going to do anything good for you, chop off with his head. You know what I mean? But when you got 800 in one room, you don't got time for all that business. Maybe then they wouldn't bother club brothers. Exactly. Well, that's what they should do. The clubs should all get together. You're allowed 4 each. Get together at your clubhouse. 4 guys each get their own 4 plants back there and spend the fucking winter smoking. And then you won't be doing all this crazy online beefing. The PRDs. Oh, I thought you said the PDRs. I don't know who the PRDs are, bro. Did I do a show about the PDRs and how they got started? I don't think I did. I think I've been meaning to do a show on the loners and how they got started and all that stuff too. Maybe that'll be an opportunity for tomorrow. We'll do a look back on what I call like one of some of the older clubs from Canada. Some of the clubs that may not even exist anymore because they amalgamated with 81 or whatever. But we'll talk about how they got started and in their past. Those shows are always interesting. Pre-roll, got a pre-roll, bro. I hate getting them somewhere and then you got to stop everything so you can roll them up. Just roll them before you leave the house. My one buddy, he loves it when I show up because he knows I got half my cigarettes rollies and half my cigarettes are cigarettes. That's fucking funny. And Travis, don't forget, we'll do an interview with you too. If you've got a setup with a camera and headphones, if those girls don't end up coming up tomorrow, I can put you up, and you can also do it. The biker chicks, if the biker chicks aren't able to, I can do it with you. I'll send you the link, and you just follow the link backstage, and then I put you up here. You know what I mean? So instead of the other half being the newspaper, the other half will be you, and you can show some of your working stuff if you're ready, bro. I don't want to pressure you. If you're not ready, just let me know. It's all good. It's 4 per household. Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was 4 per head. Thanks for that, Jay, 2 times. And 187. Thanks for popping in. But again, They're not going to come and bug you over 4 too many or 6 too many, but 400, they might have a question. Michigan have 12. That's a better deal, Gary. Fuck that. I'm going to Michigan. It's 4 outside, but more inside. Oh, it might be Edge. It could be. And then you can get the simple license to grow enough to make yourself gummies and stuff. So then the numbers expand. Now, to do that, now you're talking about applications and shit like that. But, they're out there. Hey, Joe from Havelock, you got to get him on for an interview. He's a great person. Oh, yeah, you were telling me about him, weren't you, Grant? And you sent me that other fella, too, from that shop. I forgot to call him, too, Grant. You're right. It's time to start picking up my interview game again. It's been a minute since I even did one. I grew up my teens partying with a bunch of PDRs, Shangri-La campgrounds. Yeah, man. Yeah, those guys were a pretty big club for being a one-chapter club. And they got around. And a lot of the guys, did whatever, made some money. They did all right. BC Papa did half about weed on acreages. 4 to 4. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Popo. Yeah, exactly. They don't give a fuck. State of Florida targeting biker clubs and gangs. Lots of results sent to Fed prison. I don't think lots of them. But then again, who knows, right? You never know what those fuckers are doing down there. I have a medical card. So you can do 25. Good to see you, Donnie. Thanks for popping in tonight, brother. You can get a Durka guy in the Lower Mainland Toronto for like $100. Give you a grow license. Oh, that's a thing. You're right. Yeah. And like you say, if you tell me you need to grow enough to make them in edibles, then they used to be the biggest one you could get was 500. But I heard that they're doing away with the 500. And you can get a pound of plant. You absolutely can. You got to really give it its attention, but it's doable. And thanks for popping in tonight, Maple Syrup. Good to see you, brother. Did you see the video of the Mongols in Seattle with an only 1% nation patch? There's a Mongol patch banned over there. I don't think so. I think California had a run at the Mongol patch, and they end up getting it back. I think even with the help of 81, if I remember the story correctly, and that's going back a fair way. You know what I mean? Warland, good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure, my man. They still are a big club. Good. Oh, did they start growing again? That's good to hear, man. I really like that, to hear that stuff. Yeah, because I knew that not all of them switched over, and I knew that the ones that decided to stay Paradise did so. Because I seen 1 or 2 of them around when I was in Toronto. Asked how to grow license because she was a cancer recoverer, 35 indoor, 35 outdoor. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a whole big bunch, do they? They had a warehouse in Detroit with 11,000, bunch of money and fiber, 600 pounds of dry. Yeah. And that's the thing with the licensing comes the warehouse shows. Because why not? If you can get it, if you can make it work for 1 or 2 rounds, it wasn't a bad thing. And it was not banned. 81 owns Washington State. Oh, okay, good for that, Warren. Thank you. I'm getting down. When I lived in Kelowna, I grew and stayed away from the Cologne 81s and all the parties. Couldn't afford the heat they attract. That was one thing that I had to get used to when I started hanging around with the club. As soon as you start like hanging around and showing up all the time, you get their heat. And sometimes the cops will lean on you extra hard to try to convince you not to start hanging around with the club, and then eventually becoming a member. They ticketed the fuck out of me. Traffic tickets, pullovers every day, all sorts of stupid shit. But yeah, sometimes that's all it takes is one photo coming out of a clubhouse and you're on the list. The trick is to get licensed to juice the marijuana, get up to a quarter pound a day, which makes your license to grow bigger. Yeah, exactly. That's the one. You really don't know Florida sentencing guidelines. Have no mercy down there. A lot of bikers end up at prison. You'll see. All right. I'll see. I know that when I was in the club, there was an outlaw down there on death row, and he got off of death row on appeals. So yeah, but they were planning on killing him. They smashed his phone. Hey Bob, dropped in to let my head stop ringing. Talk to the wife, do the pain levels. We'll be starting edibles in March. Give them a try, Warland. I use them to go to sleep nowadays, edibles. What's this? The RCRs. What's RCRs? I don't know. Or do you mean like, is that a club you're talking about? I'm not sure who that is out of Guelph. No, I don't know who that is, bro. I'll have to look into that. I've never heard of that. There is still a few clubs around that are MCs that chose not to bother with the 1% patch. They're still traditional clubs. They still do the same sort of things. You know, and I wonder if it's one of those clubs. A few times I drove by the turnoff to Acreage for another 50 months. Hey, Barbie, good to see you tonight. Always a pleasure. And yeah, like she said, hit that like button. Royal Canadian Regiment. Is that what that means, RCR? I wonder. Then we know Royal City Riders. I have heard of the Royal City Riders. Now you mention it. Now I just don't remember what I heard about them. I think they were an old club from the day. I do believe. I should see if they're still in existence. Yeah, I have heard of those. The Royal City Riders. You're absolutely right. All right, guys. Discussing growing cannabis and the challenges of club life. So, I think they had vaccine. Okay, that was the last one. All right, guys. I think I am going to. Okay, Donnie guy. Okay. Yeah. The Royal City Riders. I'll have to check them guys out. Like you say, I remember hearing of the club, but I don't remember anything more than the fact that I'd heard the name before. But I think we're going to cap it off right there, boys and girls. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Friend with weed is always a friend indeed, brother. Good night, Mouth of the South. Thanks for joining us, brother. Thank you, everyone down there in the TikTok side of the world. I do appreciate you guys. They still around? We're going to look into that. The RCRs. Guys, but like you say, thanks everyone on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. And I forgot to put it in the group tonight. I apologize. I'll throw it over in the group as a complete thing, I guess. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all again. Till then, much love and respect, everybody. And be safe and take care out there. Good night.
Biker News Canada, where the truth hits harder than the highway wind. From Ontario to the coast, Bob Javi rolls in. Let the real news begin. He's got the camera ready, catching sparks from every ride. Club stories, charity runs, every heartbeat of the biker tribe. So smash that like, share, follow, let the whole country